And a song that we haven't even really spoken about or kind of talked about at all, but I'm going to do it right now because why not?
Yeah.
Flowers. Right?
Yeah,
It's a song that we're releasing, and it's a song that was written very early too. And, you know, I think the process of that song was very similar to like all the ones that were very halt and grind. It was a very build up process. But I still think, and we're still going to be obviously releasing the song and still very close to that song. But I think that song as well, especially for me personally, lyrically, represents a lot of what was going on at the time. Not just band stuff, but like personally of being caught in just life, really, like just relationships or things. I think there's a lot of things that really affected our process.
Yeah.
That weren't just about band stuff. You know, personally, we were all going through so much, just like everyone. Everyone, fans around the world, people we don't know, everyone's experiencing such crazy feelings with COVID and just a lot of uncertainty. And, you know, one of those songs that really take away from is Flowers. You know, it's not like the highlight of the album. It's not the next single or anything like that. It's a song that during that time, for me personally, and for all of us, really, we were all kind of holding things very close to us that we wanted that we didn't have in that moment.
Like what?
So like for me personally, it was to be free of anxiety, of worrying about not getting to that light at the end of the tunnel, of having the hope of being like, okay, one day we're going to be back on tour and everything's going to be fine. I'm not going to have to worry about my internal things or anything like that. And that's what tour was. You know, when we came back home, it's like everything caught up.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, a tour is like...
You're on autopilot.
You're on autopilot. And you're feeling so good all the time because you're doing what you love. And, you know, sometimes when you come back away from that, you're left with a bit of like, especially for us, because we're like, we've got this allotted amount of time. We've got 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, the writing process was feeling super jagged. We weren't feeling super creative. We're all trying to be there for each other, but the things that we really need aren't there.
My relationship with music... like was nowhere near the same as it was now.
Yeah.
Like I was only writing to get it done then, and like nothing was coming out. It had been a year of writing music that had not got a positive response that I didn't even feel comfortable sharing because I knew that it probably wouldn't get a great response. And so I came to LA with the intention of just like, no more. I'm done. I'm gonna have a break. And it's like after 1 week, I go back and sit at the piano and like start diddling around as I do, and just started like coming with a few more ideas again, and started writing because I wanted to. And even then, like I started doing ideas. I think I probably wrote like 30 song ideas in that time from like November to January. Still, one of those songs is being used.
But at least you were doing it because you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and that's the biggest thing to take away from all of this for anyone in any sort of creative space. As soon as you're doing it for things other than like wanting to do it, you're never gonna get like that realness.
Yeah.
You know, that you and you're completely right. Like when you were in LA in your space, away from, you know, we love our hometown, but you know, there was a lot of things going on that affected.
Started to just get very negative.
Yeah.
Like it was becoming a negative space, and then coming out here. Like in especially in January, like I started doing some co-writes. Like it was all on Zoom, because of how the world was at that point. Those writes were all on Zoom. But I definitely started to like build relationships. For example, like Jealous Love, who I wrote with Bobby, like, and that's like a musical relationship that is just like continued. Like we send each other songs like every couple of days. Like we'd be working on a song. This is what I did today. Getting back into music. And like living it like every day because I could and not because I had to. I think that was a pivotal point in the writing for this album. Even though only one song, and this is like at the start of 2021, even though only one song is really being used from that time, that was definitely like a pivotal point for my writing, because then I brought that back to Perth for all of 2021.
Yeah.
The next different time of writing, like we're just talking writing here, is now, where I'm back in LA, we're back writing and working. Now we're working with each other virtually. And I think this has been the best. Like now we've found our flow. It's like 2 years later, the flow has been found. Like we've gone from 2 years of writing songs that are never going to see the light of day for 2 years to now where like we're all sort of like writing just what we want, what's true. And it feels good. And like that good feeling is infectious, because instead of like overthinking what I just did, it's like now I've written a song. It's like I feel good about this song.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel good about the next song I do. And thinking about writing in a way instead of like being, oh man, I need to make sure I think about every lyric of this song. I need to think about everything has to be perfect. It's like, look, maybe imperfection is okay because I'm going to write another song tomorrow. So it's okay. And I think once I entered that mindset, everything got more relaxed. And now a lot of the album has come to take shape in the last couple of months. And like, I know we have an album. Like, we're still writing like a few more songs now. But at this point in time, like, I can say we have an album that, bloody, so proud of.
Proud of. Yeah, exactly.